Welcome to the Vault Sessions, an open mic experience presented in partnership with the Southcoast Artists Index and the Vault Performing Arts Center, where we spotlight local musicians from the South Coast performing original music.
Good evening. Max Wickemeyer, podcast for the Southcoast Artists Index and host for the Open Mic Show. Any further ado, I'd like to introduce Steve Goodman.
Hey everybody. Hey Max. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks a lot for being here tonight. I've experienced your music a number of times at the Vault Performing Arts Center, and really enjoy your music. And so thank you very much for participating tonight in this exciting program. Are you having a good time?
Always. Every time. Love it.
What makes it great?
A lot of things. The Vault's a great place. It's got a great vibe. Austin and Michelle run a great program here. You're here almost every week. I feel like you're basically part of the open mic tradition. You were at the very first one I was at, and I think you've missed one or two that I've been to.
That's right. Well, you know, they've Michelle and Austin, they've allowed me to hang out. So I really appreciate that opportunity. And, you know, I'm amazed by how many really talented musicians we see coming through the Vault. And some musicians, they'll appear once.
Yep.
And we don't see them again. Other times they're here, reappear a couple of months later. And sometimes some people are coming very frequently. But no matter what the mix, we've got a lot of vibe going on at the Vault, the open mic. Tell me, Steve, tell me about your musical journey.
Oh, wow. Started playing music in elementary school, playing the trombone. I hated it. Couldn't stand it.
Trumpet for me.
Yeah. All I wanted to do was, play an electric guitar. And by fifth grade, I ended up getting a PV Predator, which is kind of like a Strat for those players out there. Graduated from that to a Les Paul in seventh grade, and by eighth grade was doing the solo for Stairway to Heaven at the eighth grade dance at my junior high school.
What kind of feeling was that, eighth grade, to be behind the stage, Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah, well, it was not good. We were sloppy, and we got through it, but I set really high standards, but it was awesome. My friends remember it. And then I played in several bands in high school. I did the Berkeley 5-week program during the summer for a couple of years. I was really fortunate and able to attend that.
What's that all about?
So for students, probably age 14 or 15 through their 20s, I don't even know if they still offer it, to be honest. I'm embarrassed to say that.
Sort of like an internship? Or?
It's basically a 5-week summer camp for musicians who are interested in Berkeley and looking to go into music. But I did that for 2 years, and I got a crash course in music theory, performance. I met some great friends there. I had a great time living in the city as a 16-year-old. But, part of that journey was also me realizing I wasn't really looking to be a full-time musician. And I have all kinds of passions and things outside of music, but I love math and science. And that experience at Berkeley drove me to an undergraduate degree in engineering. So I went more of a STEM route for my career so that I could keep music as a hobby and a passion, and, still am following with that today.
I find it really interesting to speak to different musicians and learn about their journeys. And what's interesting to me is music can bring people to new levels of thought that might be outside of music, mathematics, engineering. I've spoken to many people who started in music and ended up in medicine. So it's that journey and traveling with music and where it goes can really be rich.
Yeah.
And how about inspiration of your journey in terms of musical inspiration?
Sure. I mean, it's funny, in high school, I was listening to Megadeth and Metallica, and then now I'm listening to Jeff Beck and Bob Dylan. And, you know, I didn't appreciate those artists in my younger years like I do now. But I really listen to everything, and my style and how I play, hopefully that comes through. Love classic rock, blues, progressive rock. And I've gotten really into folk and outlaw country these days, especially in the last 5 or 6 years, focusing primarily on acoustic guitar, and at least applying my technique and my style from playing electric guitar in my early years to dreadnoughts and other types of acoustics.
Okay. In terms of how would you describe your style, your musical style?
Good question. I have a tough time explaining that myself, but some of my favorite guitar players include David Gilmour, obviously of Pink Floyd, Dickie Betts of the Allman Brothers, Eric Johnson, who's an incredible solo musician, and then I'd like to compare myself to the likes of Townes Van Zandt, an incredible outlaw country singer-songwriter from about the 1970s and 80s.
Excellent. How about your musical goals? Where are you going with your music?
Honestly, I just want to play out and play more and just have fun doing it. I spent a lot of the last 15 years since I got married now we have two young daughters. A lot of that time not playing music, just trying to, start a family and start a career. And in the last few years, really made a focus to play out more. Recently started a project with a family friend named Kaya. We are Kaya Lynn and Goodman. She and I are playing out more and more. We've had some recent gigs. We're playing the Roots and Branches Festival coming up in a couple weeks here. And about 2 years ago, I set a New Year's resolution or a goal for myself as, I want to play out more often, want to play out once a month, once a week, as much as I can. And the open mics here at the Vault really were kind of the catalyst for a lot of that.
Fantastic.
I think it was probably, December or January, the first time I came here. It wasn't long after you guys started this. And it's kind of nice, not a lot of pressure. There wasn't a lot of people here, so I could feel like I could just go and play whatever without judgment or worry. And that really helps build confidence and helps encouraging other musicians to kind of come out and play more.
Thank you so much for that.
For sure.
And I really share many of those same impressions and experiences at the open mic at the Vault. I never played at an open mic before until the Vault. Always wanted to, and first performed at open mic as a solo performer at the Vault. And the reception of the audience and the musicians is always positive. I mean, and it's really a great shared spirit that I sense from the Vault and the people that participate. So it's a real exciting vibe, and that I thank you for sharing that. Steve, you have 3 original songs?
Yes.
Okay. What are the titles? And
sure.
Yeah.
The first song I'm going to be playing this evening, it's called Heaven. And it was actually originally written by a close friend of mine from high school, a brilliant musician who I played with, recorded with for many years. He's fallen on some tough times, but this particular song is one of my favorites, and it's my interpretation and rendition of his song. It's called Heaven. It's a beautiful song. He suggested to me it was basically about a relationship and about a promise and what you do with that promise if the relationship goes bad. But he's unable to play it, so I'm happy to keep playing it for him in my interpretation.
Is he still with us?
Believe so. I've lost touch with him, unfortunately.
Okay, so maybe he will be able to hear it sometime or someplace.
Hope so.
Okay. Is that one song you have?
That's one song. Yeah.
And you have two more.
Got a couple more. Yeah. The next song is a song called She Came Home. And She Came Home is actually a song that we wrote about a family pet, our dog Kona, who we unfortunately had to say goodbye to last year. But for any family who's had a dog for 15 years, that dog's part of the family. She was a child. She's part of us. And we'd never gone through that before, having to say goodbye to a pet like that. And that was a lot, but wrote that song along with inspiration from my family, and I play it for them, and it kind of brings back some memories and good times with Kona. But I'll be playing that. It's a really good song.
Wonderful. And the third one?
Last one is it's kind of it's an instrumental that I'll be playing, where I'm going to incorporate the loop pedal that I use a lot. And really, it's a pretty simple chord progression in D minor. Call it the Z song. But over the last 2 years, I've participated in a few open jams and jazz jams in the Southcoast area. Some across the street here, some over at the Marion Arts Center. And it's a really just cool progression that I can bring to a jam or a setting where different musicians can improvise and play over it. But it's like I said, it's a pretty simple, catchy progression. I actually am going to be using, like I said, my loop pedal with kind of a Latin drum beat that I recorded. So it's got a really cool vibe. And then I'll be layering a couple melody lines over it, and then doing some improv soloing on top of that here. And hopefully it goes well.
Well, I've heard you do or not, maybe not the exact song, but that style, and you really can get some wonderful sounds going.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to hear what you're gonna do tonight.
Cool.
Wonderful. Well, with that, any other thoughts, reflections, questions, aspirations, acknowledgments you'd like to share?
Just a big shout out to the Vault, and you, Michelle, and Austin. I love the range of artists and music that are here every Tuesday night. I mean, you have classical guitarists who are singing and finger picking. You have electronic musicians who show up with what looks like a tricked out calculator, making all kinds of beats and loops. You have artists who are rapping. You have female vocalists who come in off the street who've never sung in front of people, who are nervous as all can be. They get up there and they blow the doors off this place. And then you got, the acoustic guitar playing folk like you and I, who just get up there and play whatever. But it's so cool to be a part of it. And and I didn't mention the best part. There's half price buffalo tenders here Tuesday nights, which
Hear that?
I did not know about for the first 2 weeks. So I make sure to get my buffalo fingers. You know it.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Steve.
You bet.
Can't wait to see you at the show.
You bet. Thanks,
you.
Max. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Steve will be doing 3 original songs: Heaven, She Came Home, and then lastly an instrumental. So let's give it up again for Steve Goodman.
All right.
Thank you.
How's everybody doing? All right. This first song is called Heaven. A good friend of mine wrote this way back when. This is my rendition of it. So here we go. Summer's over, don't it seem so far behind? Sunsets and something else on the background of my mind.
headphones on, and then walk into the beat. Just like me to try to find a tune that doesn't buzz. And I think sometimes it's the parts you miss that make you love the parts you miss so much. Now's it too late to make a promise to forget? Because I'd love to miss it if you take me with it for a day. Now's it too late to make a promise to forget? Send it up to heaven with a note that says don't send me back. Some say some things never change, some say never be the same. I'm a firm believer that it's messed up by the way. Take me to the place you go when you need some space. I promise I will not tell a soul. I won't tell a soul, I know the way. Now's it too late to make a promise to forget? 'Cause I'd love to miss it if you take me with it for a day. Now's it too late to make a promise to forget? Send it up to heaven with a note that says don't send me back.
Thank you. This next song is called She Came Home.
When I first saw you, ran the other way. 15 years later, you're still here today. She came home. She's wondering what she'd feel. Something in the yard, footsteps in the forest. She can't be very far. She footsteps in the forest. She can't be very far. She gave home. She gave home. She gave home. She gave home. Leave on the sleep. And I with you forever. Promise to keep everyone together. She knows the way. She gave home. She gave home. She gave home. She gave home.
Thank you. This next song is called the Z song. It's an instrumental from way back when. Just a pretty cool chord progression, and I'll use this loop pedal and layer some stuff and try and improv on top of it. Hopefully I hold it together, we'll see.
Thank you for tuning in to the Vault Sessions presented by the Vault Performing Arts Center and the Southcoast Artists Index. We'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to the Vault, and especially Michelle Pimentel and Austin Kudo, whose support and dedication help make these special evenings possible. The Vault hosts open mic nights every Tuesday evening. Doors open at 7 and the show begins at 8. If you are interested in being spotlighted by the Southcoast Artists Index, visit theartistindex.com to sign up and reserve your spot.